Okay, I think we're here. We're live. Yes, we are. Welcome. This is the Wylders game. Click. And we're going to go around and say hello to the Wylders that are at the table. We're missing a couple. Here they all are. Hello, hello, hello. And we'll do a few quick introductions. And then I've got a little bit of business, and then we're playing the game. So we'll start off. Oh, timer. Yes. Okay. So I will get the timer started while everyone says hello to Thaddeus.
I'm totally all about the timer.
Hello, Thaddeus.
Hello, my name is Ian Little, and I'm playing the role of Dr. Thaddeus Poindexter.
All right. And what are you, Dr. Thaddeus Poindexter? What class are you?
Oh, I am very upper class. I was raised properly. I was raised by my parents in our plantation in Williamsburg until they were brutally murdered. But we won't talk about that.
But if you want to find out about that, we do, in fact, have some of the history, right? The story is on our website, wildermage.com, WYLDERMAGE.com. And let's okay.
I've had a very full life.
He's had a very full life. He's played a lot of cards and sharpened a lot of daggers.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? I will not have you impugning my family name.
That's right.
I will not have you. I will not tolerate anybody
about your cousin
impugning my family name or dishonoring my family name. I will not tolerate it from you, and I will certainly not tolerate it from that horrible creature advertising himself as my deceased uncle.
He he probably does have flyers out there.
He names himself
Join Jensen Poindexter's undead army.
Pronus cum clava ferius.
That's right. What does that mean in Latin,
Doctor?
Doctor?
You for your attention.
Thank you for your attention. Is that what it means?
No, it's not what it means. It means down with the iron club.
Right, down with the iron club. Because he has a metal right hand. Is that right? He's got like a metal.
That is not a hand, sir. That is not a fist. It is a club.
All right.
A cudgel.
Okay, gotcha.
A cudgel.
A cudgel.
Ian's had his Wheaties today. It's good. Here's Josephine. Hello, Josephine.
Ian has been waiting 3 weeks to say that.
We haven't been on for 3 weeks. So, who are you?
Oh, hello. I am Josephine Smith, played by Amanda. I, as Josephine Smith, am a weaponsmith and a sharpshooter. And if I do not get you with my long rifle, Mabel, I will get you with my pew-pews.
Those two Peacemaker revolvers. All right, good. Raven, are you good to go? We're going to skip over and say hi to you, and then we'll go back. All right. Oh, that's Percy. He's not here. Go ahead, sir. Hello.
I am Glenn LaValle. I play Raven Alexium, the squishy wizard. And I have a minor in alchemy, and I have a raven familiar.
Oh, let me get my stupid head out of the way. There we go. Okay.
And this is a fake mustache.
if anyone had to guess.
Not very comfortable either.
So I want to say thank you to Glenn. Glenn was traveling. He was out of town for a couple of weeks, as was Janice, Lavinia. And when Glenn came back, he just gave us some cute little gum packs that he brought for us on the trip. And I just kind of wanted to go around and have everybody show their nice gum packs. I'm going to save mine for the last. But here we go. What did you get, Thaddeus? What does your gum pack say?
Mine says, my therapist really enjoys our stories.
That's awesome.
What about you, Josephine? What does yours say?
Mine is actually I think this one was meant for Lavinia, but mine says you leave sparkles wherever you go.
Oh, you leave sparkles. It must be that fairy heritage.
It's meant for you because mine.
What about yours, Lavinia?
Okay.
Hold it up. Let's see. Oh, that's cool.
It's way cool.
That's very cool.
And for this episode, we are going to pretend that this is a matchbox.
Okay, we're going to pretend it's a matchbox for the episode, not a gum box. Okay, fine. Good. All right. Now, we don't have Percy here, but could you just hold up to his camera there, Glenn? Hold up. What does Percy say? Percy says... I can't focus on yet. What does it say, you guys? I can't read it.
Some people just need a high five in the face with a chair.
That's a good one.
Brotherly love right
That's a good
there.
one. There it is. All right. And I think I'm the last, right? And
You
my gum says, I love my asshole cat.
Oh, you do.
I do love my asshole cat.
Asshole cat.
Where is my asshole cat
He's
right
outside
now?
right now.
He's
Outside.
outside. He'll be back in to like swoot all these off the table.
Anybody who's watched
momentarily.
our game before knows that we have a cat named Larry who jumps up in the middle of the game sometimes, and he lays on the table. He's a big orange and white tomcat.
He takes up the entire table from
Yes.
like toes to paws.
On the table where we have all our maps.
And then just swishes his tail and like nonchalantly and just like whooshes them off the table.
Okay, so I have one new little bit of business to talk to everybody about before we start playing. Somebody grab that little piece of paper off the screen there. It doesn't need to be there. Here is the new thing that we're going to be doing. So I have a mini here. As you can see, this mini. And this mini right here, maybe I'll do it like that. Sometimes it's better if I hold my hand. I learned this watching YouTubers. Oh, there we go. So the bottom of this mini now has a rubberized magnet on the bottom. A perfect rubberized magnet disc. And so if we take in this case, I got a baking sheet, and we put our mini on the baking sheet. Our mini does not fall off.
It's magic.
Now,
How does that help us in our game?
well, it doesn't help you. Well, it helps you in your game because it's going to help your dungeon master find all his shit. That's how it's going to help. So here's the thing. The problem with all the minis, and we have got hundreds of them, is that they all fall over and they all get dislodged and stuff like that. So I have found, not baking sheets, but I've found sheets to go in the bottom of some paper trays that are magnetic. This means that and by I mean we, need to put little rubber bases on all of the minis bases. They just glue on, they just stick on. Here's the problem.
Magnetized bases. Yeah.
A lot of our minis, the bases are not smooth on the bottom. Either they're a little bit bumpy or they've got a little ridge ring around the outside. So next week, I am going to give everybody homework. I'm going to send home with them a little cardboard box with a bunch of minis in it and a couple of sheets of sandpaper. And the idea is that and I would use a baking sheet or something like that. You take your sandpaper, and I've got different grits. I'll give you 2-3 different grits.
Can
you
we
put it on here?
On Dave.
And then you're going to take your mini and you're going to go just so the bottom's smooth. Why am I asking you to do this? Why, Dave? Why are you asking us to do this? Because I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of minis and I cannot do all the damn sanding myself. They'll never get done. So I'm going to try and spread it out and give everybody like 100 minis each and just try and get the bases smooth. That's all I care about, is just get them flat. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to be flat enough that magnet will stick.
You're not giving us like some glue and some magnets to just do it?
All the magnets are self-adhesive. I just peel them off and stick them on. So I can peel and stick them all, but I need the bases sanded.
Like a rough surface.
I need a flat surface that doesn't have ridges or bumps or other things stuck to it. And lots of our minis do. So that's why I'll need everybody's help, okay?
Okay.
Sugarberries,
Okay.
shout out to Sugarberries in chat. She says hi. Hi there, Sugarberries.
Hi,
Hi, sugar,
Sugarberries.
sugar. Miss you.
And anybody that's watching this on YouTube, thank you for coming along and saying hi as well.
We have on YouTube nobody yet.
Nobody yet on YouTube? Okay. Well, they're probably forgetting about us since we've been gone for 3 weeks
3
now.
weeks, yeah.
But we're going to try and be pretty regular. We're always trying to be pretty regular at our age.
Absolutely. Hello, fruits and vegetables, like all that we can eat. Yes.
For the next month, we probably are going to make almost all the weeks. So we'll see. We'll talk about that more later on at the end of this game. It is time to recap and to go with what
Can
we're
I
going to do.
introduce myself?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Lavinia didn't get to introduce herself.
No,
we don't have Percy here, but here's Lavinia. Hello, Lavinia.
Hello. I'm Lavinia Rose, played by Janice, and I am happy to be one of the group's healers, and also the group's fortune teller. You never know when you need a good fortune teller.
That's right. Okay. And you also are bad for undead.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to mention that. I just thought I'd let people discover it for themselves.
So where are you in the game right now, Lavinia?
Hanging out in a basket.
You're hanging out in a basket. Who's with you? Josephine.
Josephine Smith.
Josephine's hanging out with you.
Yes.
And that basket, where is it?
I will let you continue to describe.
I want to say it's hovering 30 feet above and trying to follow along at the 30 feet above the ship that
That's
we
right.
are trying
Riverboat.
to sabotage.
So to catch people up that may not know what's going on with our game, the Wylders group, they are on a mission to try and sabotage and sink this riverboat that is paddling up the river with a big treasure to an ally of the bad guys. And their mission is to sink this so that the tribute, the blood money treasure, does not get to the bad guys. So some of them have managed to make it on the ship. They actually got lowered from a flying galleon that they've got as allies that are helping them out. So there are 2 people in the basket that was lowered. The rest of the party, the other 3 from the basket, are on the ship right now, right? You guys are on the ship?
Oh, yes.
Let's go to the table map and have a look here about where you are. So if I remember rightly,
I'm actually in the bilge.
now I gotta
Just
zoom.
placed
I gotta
them.
zoom this in a little bit because I need the right sizes for this. So let me just get this all here. Let me see if we can do it like this. How's that? Okay, so you're in the far edge in the bilge. Are you all in the bilge? I thought 2 of you went up the ladder.
We were just about to go up we were just about to go up the ladder and we stopped the game.
You were just about to go up
Yeah.
the ladder and we stopped the game.
Ended on a cliffhanger.
All right, okay.
We
so
just planted the charge,
Yeah.
and
So
it's
you-
directly below us.
you are all in the bilge right now then. I'm going to move the map over just a little bit so we can see it on the thing. And you're going to, there are 3 decks on this ship, right? And you are on the bottom one now, right? In the very bottom.
Yeah.
Can you guys recenter most
And-
of the other, and basically all the rest of these minis that are on the table are guards. The place is festooned with guards.
Many of which are undead.
So if Rob's not going to make it tonight to play Percy, I'll just kind of have him play along with us as an NPC.
Sure.
Like that.
And I will go and, do whatever roles we need to do for him.
Percy and I are both invisible with our invisibility sphere spell, and Thaddeus is not.
Right,
Yes,
okay.
but Thaddeus is wearing his
Because
corpse ward
Thaddeus is-
pendant.
As
Right.
is Rob.
is independently indivisible.
So you've got a corpse ward pendant,
Invisible.
Yep.
and that's making you invisible to all the undead on the boat.
As well as Percy's got mine.
But it will not make you invisible to any living beings on the boat,
I am
correct?
perfectly aware of that, sir.
Okay. Now, We think there might be at least one living person on the boat, although you haven't been able to see, except for the possibility that it is this guy standing on the green carpet over here.
But he's down in the...
He's in the center deck, and he's been absorbed by whatever is on the table that he's been dealing with. And you guys went up and down the ladder directly behind him.
And it's pitch black in there on that floor.
And it's dark. That's right. But he didn't have any lights on, did he?
He didn't.
So is he alive or not? I guess we'll find out. Oh, our cat's trying to get up to the table and he's miffed because he can't do it because, oh, poor Larry.
We will see what happens.
Poor Larry. Do you want to come here?
We're just where do you think you're going?
That's it. You're caught. You're mine now. I have a cat. Here he is. There is my asshole cat, Larry. Say hello.
Hi, Larry. We love you. Our asshole cat. You're the bestest, and you're
He's
the
like,
assholest.
I want to get down. I want to
He's
get down.
not an
Your
asshole.
paws are cold. You've been outside, haven't you?
Oh, bye.
Oh, there he
Bye.
goes.
Bye.
That's it. All right, I'm letting you down. I'm letting you down. At least he doesn't crack. He likes to fight when he's up in his cat tree, though. So back to our table map that we were just talking about. And I don't remember whose turn it was next. So I'm going to say it's Thaddeus's turn and then Raven's turn. And then I will just be Percy the NPC. So Thaddeus, what do you think, sir?
Okay, well, I think the best idea is for us to climb the ladder very quickly and stealthily, get to the top deck where we can dive off, and I believe Mr. Alexium is going to have his rave and light the charge.
Right, because you guys placed a bomb down there.
I think that was, the bomb was placed
Yes.
in the pile of gas.
That's directly actually beneath us at the ladder against the wall.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll have line of sight straight down to it as you guys climb up the ladder,
Just
right?
straight down, boom.
Yeah.
However, these guys can be perched on the ledge while the raven can. I'm metagaming.
Okay.
I'm narrating, not metagaming. Narrating.
So Thaddeus, where are you going then? Where are you
Ladder.
going?
Sounding
You're
too
going up
much
the
like
ladder?
Up the ladder.
Okay,
Stealthily
so
and swiftly.
Thaddeus stealthily climbs the ladder and he rolls acrobatics to not get a 1. Because you don't want a 1, Thaddeus, where you slip and fall down the ladder.
You check my acrobatics.
Just tell him you didn't roll a 1.
Well, I can
Please.
see.
Please tell me you didn't
I haven't
roll.
rolled yet.
I can see when he rolls.
Okay, my acrobatics is plus 14.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say that even if you
12.
did roll a 1 with plus 14, you're not going to fall.
26.
Because you're obviously, an acrobatic rogue. So, all right. It is your turn. Are you going to the second deck or are you going up to the
I'm
top
going
deck?
up to the top.
Okay.
Far up as I can go.
All right. So you're going to move.
If I stop at the middle deck, that's going to block the other two coming up.
Right. Okay. I'm going to say next going up is going to be Raven. Raven, what do you think, sir?
I will also bring my Raven because I'm going to fireball the bomb from above.
Right.
Straight down the
And we've got your Raven mini over there. I suppose it should probably go with you wherever you go.
He's just going to sit on my shoulder. She is.
Okay. And what
And
did you
I
get,
rolled a
sir?
11 for athletics.
You did no problem. You go up the ladder too without making any noise. You do not alert the lone captain on the mid deck as you climb to the top. It is Percy's turn. I shall roll for Percy, and we shall see what happens with Percy's roll. Here we go. And Percy, what did you roll? Oh my God!
Do you roll a 1?
Yes.
But you shook the thing around.
You
so
did
that
shook
we-
it.
and
You
so
did. You did shake it. It was on
not-
camera.
It was
you
not
went
the
like
one.
this to settle it. You went to that like that to settle it. That's not fair.
Did he roll a 1? Mr.
He
DM?
legitimately rolled a 1. I cannot.
After, like on camera, the game master like went.
So as Percy is climbing up, his ladder slips on a slippery rung and he falls back down and makes a large crashing noise
Except-
into the bilge. Seeing this, Raven immediately spins his little, where is it? If I could turn back time. He spins his little
Chronology.
chrono shift dealio. So he's handed me a spell chip, and there it is, chronal shift. It's an ability that he has. So he is casting that. It turns back time, and here we go. Once again, Percy's going to roll. And Percy rolls a 5. He's okay. And he's able, with time turned back, to climb up to the top because he's got really good athletics and acrobatics. He makes it up to the top without any problem. Okay, I'm going to move the map so that it's under the camera for playing the triples. So we're going to just pull it over here because you guys are now on the top deck. Let's try that right there. We can probably get table map that way. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So you guys make it to the top deck. And right now on the top deck, there's nobody occupying the upper rear deck of the ship. The guards that are there are all facing forward, and we can see the basket kind of hovering over the center of the ship, and it is 30 feet up that Lavinia and Josephine are in. Where do we find them? Where are they? There's the basket right there in the middle there, Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put them in there.
Right about there.
Oh, there's one. Yeah.
And Josephine will have a gun somewhere. I don't know where she is.
That's not me. I was
No,
like,
that's
that's
not
not me. It looks
All right,
kinda
we'll
like
find
me,
her
but not
eventually.
like me. Right there.
There you are. Okay.
Okay.
Someone looks scarily like me, though.
Now, as you get up to the top deck, is it time for the guard to make his circuit of the top deck? And with the 19, it is. So, a guard turns at the lower steps below and begins to, he's still looking down at the steps.
That one's an image.
What?
He was
that
a-
particular
he's
one.
an illusion,
This
that one.
is in the water. I remember
Yeah,
that.
but I created an illusion.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes.
You know what? If you create an illusion, that's the guard that would have gone up. So I'm going to say that that guard does not move and that he does not turn around.
Oh, because
If-
he sees the illusion guard and he's like,
Yeah,
all
because
is good.
the way it would have worked is that was the guard that was going to patrol the upper deck.
Okay.
But in our last game, Thaddeus snuck down and threw him overboard, and Raven created an illusion of him standing there.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Yep.
So that alters what would actually have happened in the game.
And somebody up at the front heard a splash.
And somebody up at the front heard a splash.
Way up the front, not even on the screen.
Yeah.
They were like way up here,
up.
and they looked back and they couldn't see anything.
Because
Right.
the stairs are in the way.
Right. So they went from cautious back to passive attention
Yeah.
as an NPC. Just like in a
splash
video
in the
game.
water. Maybe, like could have been an alligator or whatever.
Okay, that
Just
means that
splash.
you've probably got another 2 to 3 minutes at least to do whatever you guys need to do. So what do you think, Raven? What's going to happen?
I suggest that my colleagues get ready to jump off, and I'll cast Fireball down the chute.
Okay. While you're doing that, what about you, Josephine, up in the basket? What do you want to do?
This side, so
I'm in the
not on this
basket.
side.
I am making sure that I have my lantern lit so that I can ignite my flames, flaming
Arrow?
arrows.
So you've got a
And-
bow?
I've got a bow. I've got a bow ready, and I've got my sniper rifle ready as well. So I'm ready to switch back and forth wherever it may be. But we're making sure that we have a lantern lit for Lavinia
And I
and
have backup
to-
matches.
Lavinia and I to make sure that we light, because Lavinia has some things as well. that
What
we
are you
can-
doing, Lavinia?
Well, we have some Molotov cocktails on the basket, so those can also be thrown as well if need be to create some more. But I'm also
in
come on, Sarah.
You have 4 alchemist fires from me as well.
That's what you had. Alchemist Fires from Raven. Okay.
Also, she has her own weird things that she can
I
throw
don't have
at all the.
anything flame like at all, but I do have the ability.
Well, I think the Alchemist Fires, they probably explode on impact, don't they? You don't need to light them like a
No,
Molotov.
I mean,
Nope.
it doesn't have to be fire. Like you can just like throw whatever you have at these undeads as well.
Yeah, well, then I use my.
Okay, so
Metagames. I'm sorry.
so Raven, we're just going to assume that Percy's going to kind of follow you. I'll roll for him, but he's going to follow and do what you do. All right.
Okay.
So, what's your plan now? Are you going to?
I cast fireball straight down into the deck and hit the bomb that we have planted against the wall. Actually, it's
Level 3 spell?
It's a level 3, and it's got like a 20-foot radius, so it's going to pretty much smoke everything down there.
Now you're going to cast it straight down, and you don't need to roll a hit with fireball. If I remember rightly, the way it works is that it is going to anything that's going to be affected has to roll to see if they can avoid critical damage and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I believe it's a
saving roll.
basic reflex. So
Basic reflex?
even on a success, you take half damage.
All right. Well, nobody is looking, and there is nobody that is down in the build right now. So there's not going to be anything like that. You're just going to roll for damage, right? You roll for damage for a fireball?
Yeah, 66.
6d6. All right. Roll away, buddy.
I'm trying to find my character on this. That's interesting. Okay, anyway, I'll roll a 66.
6d6. Lots of booms.
At minimum 6. Boom, 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 boom.
20 points of damage.
Woo!
Okay, so 20 points of damage
66.
And just to light
he
the
rolled
fuse.
60.
lights the fuse on the bomb, but the bomb does not explode instantly because it's got the fuse on
The
it.
fuse.
However, the methane does explode instantly. All of the gas fumes that are down there, they do explode instantly, and they are enough of a concussion to make the bomb combust more than just the fuse. So the bomb does blow up. Now, the fact that it is in a contained area and that it is surrounded by sewer gases, I'm going to say that quadruples the damage the bomb does.
You're doing double bomb. You have the methane bomb, and then you have the shards bomb afterwards.
So that
Holy
bomb is
moly.
doing 80 points of damage to anything that blows up. And you don't know
Points.
what happens below deck. Now, if there are obstacles between the bomb and some of the other undead, obviously those things are going to provide a certain amount of protection, right? I'm not going to roll for these guys. What I'm going to roll for is we're all going to roll for initiative, because as soon as that blast goes off, boom, everybody on the ship is aware that something has happened. So everybody
yeah,
roll
so-
for initiative. I'm going to start
Everyone's
initiative in
rolling
the
for
game.
initiative. People in the basket, people on
Yep.
the deck. Okay.
Everybody's rolling for initiative to see where they fall in the big fight. And I am going to get all of you guys. Raven, did you jump off the ship there? Is that what you did?
Well, that was my one action, and I have one left.
Where's your mini? Did your mini not get moved
Yeah, I
over?
don't know where he is. I couldn't find him on the image. So it's 2 actions for me to cast a spell. And assuming that I didn't get knocked prone, I have 1 action left. And I would use that action to jump off the ship.
Okay. And there, I threw a mini of you onto the back deck. So there's one there. I mean, a little token.
Okay.
And so there's one there now. And what I'm going to do is set up our encounter. I thought about this before. I would have. So we're going to just set, because you are still in combat, even though you have leapt off the ship. So combat state for you. combat state for the girls in the basket. And we're going to say combat state for everybody that is on the main deck. Because obviously, can I get them all?
She blowed up real good.
Yeah, happy about that, I bet. Okay, so that is on the main deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to see that the ones on the main deck, but not the two at the very front, are all in combat with you. And what about your initiative rolls? What'd you guys get?
I rolled a 20.
Did you?
Yeah.
Total?
Total.
Okay, 20 total.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that'll give you, let's see where we're going to put you.
That's for your basic perception check. Or if you prefer acrobatics, it would be
It's perception.
24. Perception. That's what I thought.
Okay.
I only
All
had
right.
10 for that.
And Josephine, what'd you roll?
To be honest, I forgot to actually load my page. I was all engrossed in the game. So I'm just doing that. So if
Well,
you
I'm
could
just going to guess 10.
just tell me
Well,
what my so
Add 10
add
to whatever you
7
roll.
7 to whatever.
At 12 is your initiative.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So 19.
19?
Thank you.
All right, so you're just below Thaddeus. And Lavinia, what about
21.
you? 21. You were just above Thaddeus. Come on, go there. Ugh. Okay, and Percy rolls. You know what? I bet you Rob forgot about tonight. 14.
And he's got a 12 initiative.
Okay, so 26.
Well,
So-
because we told him the last few nights were off, so he probably was like, "This one is off too." Whatever.
Yep.
No, we said 2 weeks off, and then we're back.
Yeah, but
You
Rob's
can't
terrible
get
at dates.
inside Rob's brain, okay?
And you, Raven, what'd you
I
get?
rolled a total of 18.
Total of 18. I'm going to move you down where you belong, just below Josephine.
Move me down where I belong. That's so
I'm going to
helpful.
move you down where you belong, wizard. Put you in your wizardly place.
So you haven't jumped off yet.
Just hurtful. I
not
have.
necessarily
I
what
used
you
my
want me to do.
my 2 actions, and my third I jumped off.
We're going to say that because of the element of surprise, since you all knew the explosion was coming and the guards didn't, that you all get to move before they do. You all get to do something before they do. That starts with Percy, and Percy plans to dive off the boat with you,
Oh,
correct?
Percy got the
I think
highest
that would be
initiative.
Clever
Yes,
for him to
sir.
do that.
Which side?
Same as
He'd
me.
be same as you, so you're going to dive off the boat. We're going to say that you guys
we thought
dived off on this
Lavinia
side.
got the highest initiative.
No, it didn't.
No.
You're
Oh,
wrong.
okay.
No, she did not. And with both of them off the boat, that is the end. Just diving off the boat, I'm going to say is your turn. It becomes Lavinia's turn next.
Okay, what can I see around me?
Okay, you guys are, everything that you can see on the boat is from directly below. I'm going to go to adventure screen and try and show on adventure screen.
It doesn't show on the back, right? We've got a
Well,
map.
no, we're
Do I
going
not
off
have
this.
adventure screen? Oh, there we go.
I just switched to it. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like I've got to fix it on here.
Oh, yeah, on the back
There
screen,
we go.
that's all you. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what you can see visually on the adventure screen from your
The
position.
square thing is us in the
Yeah,
You're the
bubble
basket.
loaf,
You
yeah.
are 30 feet above that deck. So directly below you are the 2 lieutenants here and here. I need to start combat, by the way. Dirt. Let's do that
Is it
beginning
like pitch
count.
dark, or is there moonlight, or is there any?
There is moonlight. Yes.
And bet there's a little bits of sparks and like
There we go.
glow coming from the basement.
Okay. So there we go. Now there's a little swirl around Lavinia because she's the one that's actually the one that's up next on her turn. So you can look down and you can visually see basically 6 undead, almost 2 directly below you, just over the edge of the basket, and you can see the other 4 still at their posts at the railing. 2 of them are
But
at
one of them is an
harpoons.
illusion.
One of them is an illusion.
Oh yes, and this one right here is the one that's an illusion,
Yeah.
and just remains standing there as though nothing
there's-
changed.
And there's one in the water.
And there's a guy who's in the water who has fallen behind now because the riverboat has continued to chug
He's gone.
forward towards the north, and he has been left behind in the water.
All right, so I'm going to cast heal down on the 2 that are there. So I'm hitting one, can hit both of them actually, but it also has the explosive, the detonating spell thing as well with it.
Okay, so if you are going to hit them with a heal spell, I believe, do I have one here? I'm just going to draw the circle for it because I don't have a very nice graphic set up for it, which I don't know why I don't. I thought I did. Gathering camp spells. No, I only put darkness and fireball in here. I got to put heal in here.
You
Too.
were saying that they're 30 feet? They're
Yeah.
roughly 30 feet?
Yeah, I'm going to do it
So-
right now.
No, I'm just asking you a question.
Where do you want to center it on?
I'm thinking if I centered it on myself, then it would catch.
I'm having a hard time reading the little winky numbers there. Well, I can zoom in a little bit. There we go.
Or something below yourself.
Mhm.
Okay, there we go. I've got a 30-foot circle there. Are you centering it on yourself?
What were you suggesting?
If you center it on yourself, it's going
It's
to...
best right where it is right now.
He cannot suggest anything.
No, that's
Just
fine.
as we cannot suggest anything to them.
This is where you'll get most of them if you drop it right there.
Yeah,
right on
sounds
the 2
good.
lieutenants.
Okay.
You're going to miss the one guy that's down further on...
Closest to me.
you see this guy here? You're going to miss him, right?
But
Yes, closest
the
to
beauty of
Thaddeus.
this is that it's not going to make any sound. They're just going to drop.
Oh.
Well, they're going to get hurt, but they're not going to... You don't know how many hit points
No,
they
we
have.
don't know.
How much damage does it do? You're going to find out.
I will attempt to.
Okay, let's have a look at your spells, and we're
Can
going
you
to find
please? Yeah.
out. I'm going to go right to the GM screen to do this. Let's go see your spell casting. So this is one of your regular heals. You don't have to move, so you're doing it as a full 3-move heal, right?
Yeah.
And because they are undead, a heal is going to hurt them,
Correct.
inverse of the normal thing.
And if there was someone beside them, if with my feet, it could have damaged them as well. But
I believe that we had your heal sitting at 2d8. Is that not right?
yeah. Yep.
Okay, so roll your 2d8. No, it was 2d10
2d10.
because you get an extra bonus.
D10.
Lavinia, we're going to need to... Can we straighten Lavinia's camera because it's off kilter from where she's actually sitting now?
Yeah, I can see how it's gone.
Let's just fix it to there. That's good.
A little more. Would you like an extra 10?
Yes. Or I'll just use this one twice.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I'll do this one twice.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 5 and 4. So 9.
So you do 9 points of damage to all of these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to update all of their lives with that
They're
damage.
unlives.
They're unlives. I'm going to update that all, and that's going to give them... math is hard. I'm going to say they all have that much left. Okay. I'm updating them right now. That is all 3 of your actions, which means that it becomes the next player in the rotation, and that's Thaddeus right away.
Okay, I've got a rather large piece of cloth that I just rolled up on my belt that I toss at the nearest guy to me. I toss it forward on the deck so that it would be less damaged from the blast, which says,
Oh, okay. So it's a piece of cloth that you've printed this on?
yeah, I painted it on when we were on the ship.
You painted on, that's right. You wanted black paint. You wanted black paint on the ship. Right?
Yes.
And it says, Pronus cum clava ferus.
Farius. Down with the iron club. And then I dive off the side and go very deep and very fast.
All right. So you
Forwards.
dive forward off the boat. 28 for this dude.
And go right to
And he has
To the bottom.
no problem getting away. He's like,
Okay, we'll move your dude over there too, your little guy.
IMS.
Boom, like
You know
that.
what?
Okay. You are off.
what are you looking for?
Oh, can I ask you a question, please?
Yes,
James
what is it?
Master? How far above the boat are we?
30 feet.
You are 30 feet.
Okay, so when this thing blows, what are we possibly going to get injured because of being 30 feet above?
Okay, so I should actually correctly describe this because the blast has already gone off. When the blast went off, the entire ship rocked back and forth. The deck shuddered and jumped like 6 inches, so that everybody that was on the boat knows something happened, but they don't know what it is.
Okay.
Because anybody that was not on the deck where the explosion went off, with the possible exception of the captain in the cabin above, because he would be close enough, the rest of them do not know what has happened. They just know something has happened to the ship.
We don't feel it because we are like so much above. There's no like rumble. It doesn't carry upward.
So the ship does not blow up,
That was my question.
but it immediately begins slowing in the water, and over the next 5 minutes, it will begin to list badly as the rear of the ship begins to drop down into the water, and the front of the ship, the bow of the ship, starts to tip up a little bit, and the deck of the ship is going to become more and more and more of an angle.
Okay.
But that, because you are doing this in the next 6 seconds after the explosion, the undead soldiers on the ship, they've not even reacted yet. They're just looking around, and suddenly they get hit with this spell that damages them badly.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
You would be going the other way, Thaddeus. Oh, unless you're swimming. Are you swimming to the front of the boat?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going because the ship is going to stop and because we killed the motor basically.
Yeah.
So it'll be foundering, and even if it doesn't sink, it will be sinking back with the current.
Did you
Yes.
ditch us on your solo mission?
So you're swimming forward
I'm swimming forward
Against
All right.
the current.
against the current
against the current.
because I
Because he
can.
can.
All right. You can swim forward against the current. Now, what about you guys? You tell me when it becomes your turn. I'll go on to the next person here. So Lavinia has cast her spell. Thaddeus was next, and he has dived off the boat. Right?
Yep.
That was your move to dive off the boat. It becomes one of the damaged undead soldiers. And it is this guy right here that's got kind of the swirl around him. Does that show up on the
skip my turn
thing?
or like
You're still
no,
coming,
yeah.
Josephine.
okay.
Does it show on the map above for these guys here? I'm going to zoom right in. You can see a bit of a swirl. I'm going to take off the, can I do this? Can I do this? No, I got to do it as GM. I'm going to take this off, take this spell off because it's done. And this guy who's at a harpoon feels the damage, and just as he does, and he's still looking out and the damage hits him, he notices something swim past the boat below him and
Oh,
a
I'm
little
right at the bottom
glint of
the
it.
river. You said it was 60
you're
feet
right.
deep.
You're right.
You said
You're
it was
not
60
swimming
feet
on
deep.
the surface.
I'm not on the surface.
Okay, you're not on the surface.
He
I thought-
did say dive deep. He
I
did.
thought Thaddeus made a little boo boo there.
No,
No,
Are you kidding?
He said I dove deep. Yes.
That's right. So he does not see you because you are not swimming on the surface. It becomes his turn. He begins looking around. He does not see the basket floating above him. So he does not know what has happened, but he turns around and he is now seeking direction. He doesn't know where he's been damaged from. So he is seeking direction from the two commanders that are standing in the middle of the ship. That means that it now becomes Josephine's turn. What do you want to do, Josephine Smith?
I want to zoom out and see how many are in my range.
How many are in your range? From where you are, you cannot see anybody that is on the second deck.
Okay.
Okay. What have I got on there? I'm using adventure screen. So you can't see anybody that's on the second deck. For all intents and purposes, the bilge no longer exists. So we've only got these two decks.
Okay.
And on this deck, all anybody would ever be able to see, even from the water line, is going to be these guards on the outside railing, right? Because this room is closed off.
Okay. So how many of them are still alive, and how many of them?
All of them are still alive.
So all
you
four?
can see, you have a view obstruction to the two in the very front because of this little wheelhouse cabin that is here.
Okay. So
You're not able to see these two. You can see these four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 are the ones that you can see. This one being an illusion.
Okay.
I don't know if you know it's an illusion or not.
Does she know it's an illusion?
Wasn't that communicated to Lavinia? It was communicated to Lavinia by
I'm gonna see.
In our message
yes,
Odd,
and she
you
would
do
have
not.
told me.
You know what? No, I'm going to say because you, from your bird's eye view, you saw Thaddeus
but also because,
throw the other one off the boat.
Because Thaddeus communicated that to Lavinia. Lavinia would have told me and whispered it to me right next to me in the basket.
Did he actually tell you with a
He
message?
did. Yeah.
Okay. You would have seen it anyways because Thaddeus threw the guy off the boat. You would have been watching and saw that, especially with your eyeballs.
Okay.
Oh, I got the wrong person.
I'm
here.
just thinking,
Where's the harpoon guy?
The two at the front are the harpoon guys. So these two here and here are the two harpoon guys. Now those harpoons are on swivels, and those swivels do swivel 360 degrees, but they're going to have a difficulty firing inwards because they would have to be outside the railing to actually aim it. So reality is that they're only going to be able to swing these harpoons about 180 degrees.
And they can't point them up.
They can only point them up on an angle of about 45 degrees, and they would not be able to get them angled at you right now unless you were not above the ship, or to the right or to the left of the ship by 50 feet, 50 to 100 feet.
So in essence, we're actually safer where we are.
Yes. Now the basket is swinging around, but it is still more or less staying in place, centered above the ship, because the sky galleon above you is trying to keep it as centered as possible. The other thing is the sky galleon can't see what's going on that far below, and the only thing that they will know as a signal is if you pull on the rope for a tug, meaning that they should raise the basket.
Yeah.
That's what they will do. Okay.
Okay, so at this point, nobody knows that we're here. Well, fuck. Do we want to know that we're here?
Pardon me?
Do you want to take? Well, she wants to know whether she should take a shot or not, right?
Yeah.
You have a bow, which I'm going to consider at that level to be pretty silent. But if it's fire, then that fire arrow is clearly going to be visible as it flies through the air.
Either way.
And the sound of gun
Okay.
will tip them off. There's something above them.
The sound of a gun will, but I'm
So
going to
that's
say the
why
bow would
The
not.
more we can be silent but deadly. You'll have a chance to throw flames down.
Well, so no, they still do not know.
What I want to do is Mabel to the left and Pew Pew's to the front. But I'm holding back, and I gotta. Okay. The ones to the front, how far are they from me?
The ones to the front?
30 feet below and 10
They
feet
are 30
front.
feet below
So like,
and
40 feet reach.
and
sort of thing?
measury, they are, I'm going to just say from the center of the basket, they are this far. How far is that? I got to zoom all the way in to find the, they're 30 feet from the center of the basket too.
Okay, so 60 feet. So no whip is gonna reach them. Dang it. No one knows we're here yet.
So you're going to shoot a regular arrow?
Nope. Thinking.
What else is in the basket with you?
No, thinking.
Neat. Time's up.
No. Lavinia, hold onto this green rope.
Okay, so Lavinia's holding on to a green rope.
I lower myself down.
You're going to lower yourself down?
I lower myself down to the deck.
You lower yourself down to the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So
get
Josephine piles out of the basket. She lowers. Oh, I got to clean that off. Oh my God. The alarm just went off for us.
Okay.
Well, we're going to play for another 5 minutes or so. You lower yourself down. I'm going to say that you end up as you get there. Hey, how come I can't move you? Maybe I got to go to the other screen.
And I say, everybody on the floor. I charge up those black powder knuckle dusters and boom, boom. All those all around me just hit the floor.
Okay. You end up getting off the basket, and I'm going to say you land right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you are going to now use your black powder knuckle dusters. Is that right?
Yep.
Which are totally silent.
Oh, sorry, that's not the right one. It's the stomp. Where did the stomp go?
The action that you want to do is Dance of Thunder.
Dance of Thunder. Use. Yes.
You're wielding a loaded firearm or crossbow, and you are not fatigued. Your steps echo with thunderous exploding black powder as you dance a dance of death. Take any of the following actions you choose in any order. Step, strike against a target within your firearm's first range increment and interact to reload. And if you attempt to strike and succeed, you can repeat these actions and repeat these actions and repeat these actions. So you're going to hit that guy first?
No, I'm just gonna stomp.
Because it won't AoE him, but it'll hit that guy, and then you can go after the next one.
And then I stomp.
Okay, so your first stomp, roll for damage. I'm not even going to say that you need to roll to hit. Just roll for damage.
Sorry, just tying these up so Larry doesn't attack because it came untied and that hurt last week.
Which weapon are you going to use for this? Your peacemakers, I assume?
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Blow their heads off or like whip strangle. Blow their heads off. Peacemakers.
Okay. All right. So you go for the first one.
Roll for damage. Or
Just roll for damage, not to hit him, because you hit him by surprise just by being there.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that you don't have to roll to hit him. Because you're literally point blank with the guy. You'd have a hard time missing with this.
Okay. So damage, what do I roll for
I think
that?
it's a D8, isn't it? What's your gun's take? Your gun is a Peacemaker revolver. The damage on the Peacemaker revolver is
sorry, it's
it's
Yeah, it's a, gosh, what is it?
D6 and a D4,
A D6 and a D4, thank you.
and then a +1.
6 and 4. Okay.
I'm going to say that's actually a +3 because you've gone up a level.
Okay, and so 6.
Total?
Yeah, 6 for the first roll. So
That was the six. That was the D6 and the D4 together.
The 6 rolled a 5 and the 4 rolled a 1.
Okay, plus 3
3.
points of damage. So 9 points of damage.
Okay.
So you hit that guy for 9 points of damage.
Then
I will
just keep
adjust
going.
his damage. Yep, go to the next one because you can do it in any order
and
you
a
want.
4 and a 4, so an 8.
Plus a 3.
8 plus 3. Thank you.
11. So that hurts him. And you get a third one, right?
5 and a 1.
Which one are you going to point at? You can do either of the 2 harpoons, left or right. You can do the guy at the stairs, or you can do the 2 lieutenants. Again, one of the 2
sorry,
lieutenants.
Which of the 2 did I hit already?
These 2 lieutenants that were closest to you.
Yeah,
Closest.
okay. So let's go to the one to the left. Why
This
not?
one over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit that guy?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And you hit him for how many points?
It was 6. It was 6.
Plus
Plus
3
3.
for 9.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And he's looking badly wounded. More wounded than the other ones because he had a little bit more less health.
Now you might want to get yourself back into
Okay,
the
so now that you have done that, you have, I'm going to say you have 1 action left.
So you
Was
can get back
that
into-
wasn't 3 actions?
No, because it was your fancy stompy
Oh,
something.
right.
I'm going to allow you a 4th action.
Well,
So you can get back in the
Well,
basket.
because I threw you the green rope. Go back up the green
You're going to
rope.
climb up the green rope.
back into the basket.
Yeah.
Roll for acrobatics. See if you make it or you slip.
I rolled an 18.
Well, you scamper back up, being the quick
Yes.
elf you are, and you are back in the basket. Wow, that was good.
Yes,
Good
I-
job.
I was rather surprised, actually.
Done.
For sure you were doomed.
Okay, I am going to say that is break time for us. Right there, guys. So
Take her way to
for anybody that's watching us live, we're going to take our break now. We will be back. Right now, it is 8:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're going to be back at 8:20, 15 minutes from now. And we will see you then. For those watching the recording, you can just skip ahead, fast forward 15 minutes on the recording, and you'll pick us right back up where we're ending our break from here. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you again real soon.
Thanks,
Yay,
everyone.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, we are back. Yes, hello, little dog. That's my little dog Simon, and he is happy that we are once again here and playing. Do you want to go out? Is that what you want? All right, well, Ian will be able to help you because it is Raven's turn. So, quick catch up for anybody. Remember, we are on the middle of the ship. And Simon, go. Go.
Let's go.
And yes, our little dog, he doesn't want to be picked up, but he definitely wants to make his needs known. It is Raven's turn. The whole battle has commenced, and now that Josephine has landed on the deck and fired off her peacemakers 3 times, all of the soldiers that are on the deck immediately know what's going on. At the same time, it will be at the end of Raven's turn. There are a couple of soldiers, and then the boat will begin to list a little bit. So, Mr. Raven, what do you want to do on your turn?
How far away am I from shore?
Yeah, he was the first one.
Oh, okay.
How far am I from shore?
How far are you from shore? As you look out, it looks like you're probably, I'm going to say that it's about an 80-yard swim.
80 yards. Okay. So that's 80 yards. Okay, so 240 feet. It's quite far. Okay, I'm going to
Because it's a very wide river, and this boat is right in the center of it.
okay. I'm going to cast a level 3 conjuration spell. And I'm going to
Level 3 conjuration. Cool.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to summon animal. I'm going to summon a crocodile,
Okay. You summon a crocodile.
and I command it to swim me to shore.
All right. Well, you know what we need then? We need a crocodile, and what? Right here, we have many crocodiles here. I should put it on me while I do this.
Yeah.
We have here many crocodiles.
Do we have a zoom?
The right size crocodile for you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This guy
Oh,
right
he's-
here, painted by Ian, part of a set that we've got. It's pretty cool.
He's lovely.
Yeah, so we'll put him on the table.
It didn't occur to me that there might be crocodiles in this water.
There are no crocodiles in the Mississippi right here
Oh, good.
Until now.
until you have got one. And you are going to command him to swim you to shore, right?
That's right. Yes, and he's got 2 actions, and he has a swim speed of 35 feet.
Well, there you go. You know all about it. That's great. Okay, so you
Oh,
have got to
25
make,
feet. I'm sorry. He can go 50 feet in.
you've got to make
He's wrong.
240 feet. You are staying on the surface.
Yes.
Okay, the ship is continuing to move forward with what's left of its momentum in the water, and that's only going to be, I'm going to say, maybe about a foot a second at the most. So you are heading to which shore? Are you heading to the west shore or the east shore?
I assume that it's in the middle of the Mississippi, so I'm going
Yes.
to head to
Facing
the
north.
shore closest to the side that I'm on,
Okay, all right.
and I'll go at a direct right angle.
So that'll be east. So you're going to go to the east shore. And in this world, it is the Mississippi on our world, but in this world, it's called the Picatanu.
Yeah.
River.
Actually, I'll go slightly, I'll just kind of angle a little bit so that way the paddle boat mechanism will slightly obscure me from the side of the boat.
Okay. All right. And we're going to assume that you make it with both of those turns. You make it something like 50 feet.
50
right?
feet. That's right.
Good enough. All right. That means that it next becomes some undead soldiers' turns. Dun, dun, dun. Ka-ching. And the first undead soldier, let's go to the thing like this. Maybe, kind of, sort of. And the first undead soldier, I guess adventure screen would be the best. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. Because it's
My
weird
Raven
how...
is irritated. What's going on, Dorema? You're flying on top.
Okay. These soldiers here, the one with a yellow swirl around is the one that reacts. Now that soldier clearly saw Josephine drop down, shoot 3 of his other soldiers that he is in his army, and then scamper back up. So that soldier pulls out an old rusty musket, takes aim at the basket above him, and tries to take a shot at Josephine. So his target is going to be Josephine, and he is going to roll to hit.
Sorry.
And he rolls a 14, and he hits you with a 14 plus his bonus. So the damage on his musket is a 1d8. And that 1d8 hits you for a whopping 4 points of damage.
Wait.
Now, he doesn't even have to move, so that means that he gets a second action.
I hit the dirt. You fling yourself out of harm's way. You leap. Your movement gives you a +2 circumstance bonus to AC against the trigger attack, regardless of whether or not the trigger attack hits. You land prone after completing your leap.
Ooh, can you dodge out of the way of that? Interesting.
Or not leaping out of the basket.
In the basket.
In the basket.
It's a reaction. She can react to that shot, hit the dirt, and that saves her.
Yes.
So, as she ducks down into the basket, the shot misses her. Pew! I need that Western ricochet noise right now. Okay. All right. So you take no damage at all. He gets one more shot. He now cannot see you, but he can see something else in the basket. The problem is Lavinia is really short, so he can't really see her where he is based on where she is. She's on the other side of the basket near the railing. So I'm going to say he does not have line of sight to her. So he takes a blind shot at the basket, which means that he is rolling with disadvantage. He's just going to try and shoot through the wicker at the basket. And when he rolls a piddly little 9, it ain't enough to hit anything in the basket. So he misses, and it becomes the next one's turn. The next one is the one that's overboard and doesn't count anymore. So we're just going to remove him from the thing. Remove participant, because he is an illusion. And how long does that illusion stay there, Raven?
Quite a long time, actually.
All right, we're going to say that he just stays there and they don't know why he's not reacting.
Yeah,
and then it becomes one of the damaged undead lieutenants.
I can tell you in just a second here.
And that undead lieutenant is the one that Josephine hit. He spins around, looks straight up at the basket, and he has to make a blind shot. So he is shooting with disadvantage.
Yep. Illusionary objects, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So it's still working. And he rolls a 2. I don't even have to roll the other one. There's no way he's going to hit you with a 2. And he misses. He takes his shot. He takes one more shot at you with old rusty revolver he's got. Well, he rolls a 19 and he rolls a 4. We got to take the lowest roll. He misses again. That means that
So much for
next person.
Commander Poindexter being a good commander. Obviously, they've had no training.
Obviously, they're undertrained.
Shoddy training.
Next undead soldier is the last one that Josephine shot, the one that is at the harpoon. Even he tries to swivel the harpoon. Odd, he realizes that he cannot swivel the harpoon and fishes around for a musket to take a shot at you. Odd, he fishes around for a musket to take a shot at you. He can see Lavinia looking over the side. He decides he's going to take a shot at Lavinia. He rolls 10, and his bonus is not going to be high enough to hit her with a 10.
Woo!
And so he misses her. He takes one more shot at her again. He's rolling this one with disadvantage, and he rolls a 6, so he's not going to hit her.
Where is he? Where is this guy who's...
Right there.
On the deck. He's shooting up at the
Should also be on the screen behind me here. See this one?
I'm just trying to see which is which.
Okay, it's this
so
one.
it's highlighted on the left.
See that yellow swirl around him?
That's the harpoony guy. So the harpoon, instead of shooting out at the water, was shooting up at the basket.
Yeah.
No, he couldn't
got
shoot the
musket.
harpoon, so he used a musket.
Okay.
And that makes it Percy's turn. Percy is in the water and looks with dismay as he realizes that a giant crocodile has appeared beside him, and Raven has grabbed onto the crocodile, and Raven has just gone away and left him floundering in the water. So Percy starts doing, he's a good swimmer, so he starts doing some swimming and swims, trying to follow the trail that Raven left, muttering under his breath and spitting water out of his mouth. So he goes.
Well, I am a squishy wizard.
So Percy goes. I'm going to say that he makes it 15 feet, and that's it.
They all took the bubbles.
That's
Also-
true. They all have bubbles. He can sink if he wants.
But does that give any better, like if you're swimming underwater as opposed to trying to hold, like you know how like swimming would make you need to like come up for air, go down for, and like would that give him any advantage? Thank you.
Breathing underwater, I believe there are things that will give you extra swim speed, but I don't think that magic conch shell that you got.
Not speed, just more like
Whether you
Protection.
catch your breath
It'd be
again.
protection if you
and just agility and
not being
strength.
seen if
That
you're down,
too,
if you're
that
deep.
So he hasn't dived yet. He stayed on the surface because Raven stayed on the surface. But yes, if he wishes to dive, he'll be able to breathe, but he is not able to go faster or any of those other things.
Hey Rob, I wish you were here right now.
I sent him a message.
XOXO.
So,
Wylders team.
sorry, Mr. DM. I just wanted to note that generally with an athletics check for swimming for humans, I think it's 10 feet per round per turn, like per action.
So you think he could probably go 30?
I think so.
I'm going to split the
if
difference and I'll let him go 25.
Just if it's calm water,
Yeah, I'm going to let him go 25.
but that would use all 3 of his actions.
Yes. Okay, and that means that it next becomes the other undead lieutenant's turn. Pachung! And we got to go find him. He is the other one in the center. He is also going to be focused on the basket, but he is too close to be able to see either of the girls in the basket. He has to make a blind shot with disadvantage with his gun. He's got a revolver as well. And he rolls a 10 for the first to hit, and he rolls a 14 for the first 10. He's going to be able to hit with that. He will be able to hit one of you in the foot.
He hit the basket. So
he hit the basket, so it's going to do less damage.
Should we roll for whether or not he hits our foot or not?
Nope, because you wouldn't know it
Okay.
until he comes through the basket and hits you. But because it's coming through the basket, I'm going to say that it's obstructed bullet, and it's not only coming through with disadvantage, it is only a 1d4. And because it's coming through the basket, even it is Lavinia, odd, it is Josephine. It hits Josephine, and it hits her for 2 points of damage. She gets dinged. She gets nicked in one of her feet for 2 points of damage. And that means that it becomes Lavinia Rose's turn. Thaddeus, you're on deck. Then an undead soldier, then Josephine.
Okay. Let's see who's the guy who
Ba-doom,
just
ba-doom, ba-doom.
shot us in the foot.
Oh, he's
Where
right
is he?
underneath us.
Yeah.
All right, and he's undead.
They're all
obviously.
undead.
Just a moment, please.
You got to figure out what you want to do.
Oh no, I
Love
know.
my mama Sita. She's
I-
like, you just shot my baby in the foot.
You're gonna die. No, you're already dead, but you're gonna die. Oh, okay.
While you were doing that,
I can tell you what I'm doing.
okay, you go and tell me what you are doing.
I am doing a vitality lash, which is a cantrip. It's got a range of 30 feet, so I should be able to do targets one creature that's undead or otherwise has void healing. And because I'm a level 6, it's 3 times the damage. And let's you can see if you can see from your end because it's 2d6 vitality damage, so that would be 6d6.
No,
60.
it's not 6d6. I'm going to say it's 3d6.
Even though it's 3 times?
Well, the thing is that 2d6, it's already counting 2, not 3 on you. Because normally it would be 1d6.
All right.
Which spell is this again?
Vitality Lash, and it's in one of my cantrips.
There's no way you're doing the same level as Fireball with a cantrip. Like, that would be way too much, right?
Well,
It takes you 2 actions.
She's just reading off of,
of what I had read earlier, where it was talking about with cantrips when
It actually says here, roll damage 4d6 vitality.
Yeah.
I will accept 4d6, not 66.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's heightened plus 2, which means that it was level 6. You divide that by 2, which is
3.
3.
But
Well,
yeah. So it would be 3 times the regular.
no, I okay.
Anyways, in the meantime, I'm going to roll some.
Because
A 6.
I'm also going to say that I'm going to accept that against undead, but against regular creatures, it's only going to be probably
9.
half that damage.
13.
Yeah.
One more.
18.
You hit him for 18 points of damage?
Yeah.
Yes.
You hit him for 18 points of damage. The vitality sucked from him so badly suddenly leaves him still alive, but prone on the deck and writhing.
Ooh, thank you.
Way to go.
Do not.
Boom,
hit my
chakalaka.
food.
Now that was 2 actions.
Exactly.
You have 1
That's
action
what happens
left.
when you shoot your dog off.
Yeah, I'm gonna just move back from the edge of the basket, so I'm not.
Okay, so you're going to take a step back?
Yeah.
All right, so you take a step back to try and stay out of line of sight of them. And it becomes Thaddeus's turn. Then there'll be an undead soldier, then Josephine.
Swimming at the bottom of the river.
So you are
Past, going
now
northward.
still near the bow of the boat, the front of the boat.
Yep, as fast
and-
as I can.
And you are at the bottom of the river and you're swimming along really fast.
Yep,
Okay. All right.
60 feet down.
It is nighttime and it is very turbid water, which means that there's a lot of turbidity, which means that it's very difficult to see. There's a lot of silt
Mhm.
in the water of both the Mississippi and thus the Picatanu. So I'm going to say that visibility for you is 10 feet tops.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you and everybody else.
Yep.
Visibility is 10 feet. However,
I have
sound
Yeah.
travels very well.
yes, it does.
And
I also have Raven's night glasses.
yeah. And so the sound that you hear down there, and you hear very well in the water, obviously, because of your heritage and other endowments, because you married a mermaid. What you hear is a very, very quiet crack, crack, as though there are gunshots above the water someplace. You don't know where. And you hear the sound of a lot of booted feet thumping on wood, running around as that's traveling from the hull of the ship.
Yeah.
And you hear a floomp as something very heavy settles into the mud on the floor of the thing. It's not the ship, obviously, but something has settled into the mud on the floor
Probably.
at the rear of the ship. Yeah, you had a
Probably.
question, Josephine?
Did the big kaboom ever happen?
Yeah, so the big kaboom happened. The ship bucked. It
Oh,
alerted
right.
everybody.
Oh, okay, right. But it
And
didn't,
but
really
you can't
hurt
visually
anyone.
see. You don't know yet exactly what happened
Yeah,
visually.
and that's why I dropped down, because everyone was like swarming my friends. I saw my friends jump off, and so I saw them kind of looking, and I just like, and yeah.
Now the ship is now slowly coasting to a halt in the water, and it is beginning to list. And visually, you can see that the front end of the ship is starting to come up a little bit. It's up a couple of feet, and the rear end of the ship is starting to sink, because the explosion and whatever damage it caused was at the very back of the ship, near the paddle wheels.
Right.
So that's where we're at right now.
So our goal was to sink the artillery, right?
The whole ship, sink the whole ship.
But like, to sink the artillery, like, that was the original goal.
The ship.
The
whole
ship because of the gems that are in it.
Yeah.
No,
And the treasure,
no,
yeah.
no. If we backtracked, it was because they were loaded with artillery, and we were to infiltrate the
And treasure
artillery.
for the people they were giving it to.
Okay.
Sink the ship so they can't do the transaction at all.
Right. So at this point, do we think this is possibly done? Do we want to
Pull the cord and go back up.
grab everyone? Go.
So
Can we do that?
you guys will have to decide that on your turn. Now, Thaddeus, you've heard those things.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the front. What do you want to do now?
I want to get out of range.
Okay. You don't know what everybody else is doing because you have no line of sight with them. So,
Well, I knew that Percival and Raven got into the water and are
yes,
swimming away.
yes,
And I know that they're in a basket. All they have to do is tug a rope and
yeah.
they'll be taken up.
So what direction do you want to go?
I'm continuing north.
You're going to continue to swim north.
Yep.
Okay, so
So I'm well out of range. when I
Thaddeus
come
can
to the
swim pretty fast, so I'm going to say that he has no problem making it 50 feet north. That makes sense?
water. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. He makes it 50 feet north. He leaves the ship behind him because the ship in the same amount of time only moves like 4 feet coasting. Okay. And as Thaddeus now goes far up ahead, it becomes the next individual's turn, and that is an undead soldier. Ba-dum. And that undead soldier is the one that's on the other harpoon, the one that was overlooking the side of the ship that Thaddeus was on.
Mm-hmm.
So that undead soldier, having not been damaged yet, but seeing all of the damage that happened, here, I'll go to the adventure screen. He spins around and seeing Josephine go up the vine, up into the ship, turns around and he takes a blind shot. So actually, I'm going to see if he tries to swivel the harpoon first or whether he's smart enough not to do that. He is smart enough not to do that. He takes a blind shot. He rolls to hit with disadvantage. And he rolls a 9 and he does not hit you with a 9. He misses. He tries again. Again with disadvantage, but this time it's triple disadvantage. And he rolls an 8. He misses you again. So, shot into the basket, but it doesn't connect. Boom. And it becomes the next player's turn, which is Josephine Smith, then Raven. What do you think, Miss Gunslinger?
Being as how I have my crossbow, once I get up into the basket, I have my crossbow loaded with these arrows that are just like dripping with gooey goodness to dip into some flames and pew pew. Oh, buddy, coming after me? I'll come after you. So
Who you gonna shoot?
The guy who's trying to shoot me. The harpooner.
This harpooner right here?
The one who was shooting after me.
Okay, that's this guy right here, right? Okay, so you're going to target him as your target.
Yes.
You roll to hit to see if you're going to hit him.
I rolled a 14.
Hits.
Yes. And then I'm going to roll. So my strike is 14.
Yeah, so you hit him with the plus strike, so now it's your damage. Whatever damage on your crossbow is. Which I'm going to say a crossbow, I'm going to give you 1d10 on the crossbow plus another d6 on the fire.
It says 1d8, but if you want to d6 and...
Yeah, I'll give you an extra couple points because of your level and because you're like a sharpshooter with expertise.
So you said a d8 and a d6?
Yeah. Did I say a d8 or a d10? Yeah, d8 and a d6.
You said d10.
Okay, d10 and d6. I'll allow that. You're shooting down from a basket, you know.
No, it's only a 6.
Total?
Yeah.
6 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit him, swoop, and there's an arrow sticking out of his chest. Now he looks down in surprise at this arrow that's sticking out of him.
No, it was a flaming arrow too.
And it's flaming.
He's on fire.
I'm going to say yes, that he's on fire, which means that he is going to, every turn, take another 4 points of damage from the fire as it starts to burn him.
Ew.
Okay, so that was a total of 6 points that you hit him for. And that's your first turn, Josephine. You have another one.
Oh, that little flump did that much damage?
Yes,
Okey-dokey. Let's look around. Who else do we have? Okay, who are these little minions sitting below us?
These are the two lieutenants that are right below you.
Okay. Pew pew.
You're going to go Peacemaker on each of them?
Peacemaker. Pew pew. Bang,
Roll
bang,
to hit.
in the bottom of their top of their head.
Roll to hit twice.
Okay.
One for each.
Okay, dokie. So morbid. It's so morbid. I love it. I rolled it. Oh gosh. I wanted to say 91, but I rolled it in 16.
That hits on the first one.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and I rolled a 2 on the second.
you missed the second one. You hit the first one. Roll for damage. It's a D6 and a D4 for your peacemakers.
Thank you.
And you get a +3 on it.
Okay, so 4 and a +3, so
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
And you only need 1 point to kill him. You hit him in the head, and he was already prone on the deck.
Okay.
And so he is dead ski.
Sorry for your
That's
luck.
the end.
Sorry for your luck, little man.
Thus, for him, it is over.
And the other one's going to come
Boom.
back with a vengeance, so.
Not
There
if
we
we're
go.
If we're not there.
No, it's fun, though. A little pew-pew action. I haven't pew-pewed in a while. It's good.
Okay.
It's good to
And that's the end of yours, and it becomes Raven's turn.
Okay, so how far away am I?
You are 50 feet to the east of the ship in the water.
Okay, I'm going to cast, take out my wand of magic missile, and I'm going to cast it at the fellow that I can see that's by a harpoon on my side.
Okay. The closest one to the harpoon would be this guy right here.
Does magic missile work on undead?
Works
Yeah,
on
it works
anything.
everything.
And it never
Okay.
misses.
All right.
And he's just barely in range to do it. So he can fire off his magic missiles. Now, you get a +3 on your magic missiles as well, plus the damage. And are you not moving?
No, I'm being dragged by an alligator.
Right. So you don't have to make any movement yourself.
No,
So that's 3 missiles you're hitting him with?
I'm going to shoot 3 at him, yes. And I'm not going to it's a wand, so I don't have any.
You don't need to even use spell slots.
Nope, and it's got 120-foot range, and I'm I don't know how far away I am. I'm like 60 feet, aren't I?
Yeah, you'd be 60 feet
You
from him.
okay?
Okay, so I'm just going to roll to hit or roll for damage.
Roll for damage.
And I rolled a whopping 3 points.
3 ones?
3 ones plus 1, 4 points of damage.
3 ones plus 3, 6 points of damage. So, because I give you the extra bonus on the damage, remember
Okay.
we buffed them. 6 points of damage does hurt him, and he's already on fire from the
He's
burning
having a bad day.
burning arrow in his chest, and he's becoming very disoriented because now there are missiles coming from the water, and he's very confused about what's going on. He is also pretty badly damaged. He looks like he's got a little bit of life left, but not a whole lot. That becomes your whole turn, correct?
Now it'll be my alligator's turn and my crocodile's turn.
Right,
And
crocodile.
He'll continue to swim for me.
Okay, so he swims another 50 feet?
25 feet swim. Yes, 50 feet. He gets 2 turns.
Right, okay, so he swims 50 feet. You are now 100 feet away from the ship by the end of your turn. All right?
I'm just curious, Mr. DM, what's their harpoon range?
Their harpoon range for sure is 100 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's not more than that.
Okay.
I would say I will give them 125 with disadvantage, but that's it.
Okay.
Are there other harpoonists on the boat other than these guys?
These
the lower
two
deck, I
in the
think.
middle, the two at the front.
And there's 2 on the other side, I imagine.
There are only 4 harpoons, 2 at the front. I'll zoom out so everybody
We're only
can see.
dealing with the people on this deck right now,
I
right? Like,
just
The
not-
bottom
I
deck
just-
doesn't have any harpoons. It's just got a narrow aisleway around the edges of it.
okay.
And on that narrow aisleway, did I show? Yeah, I did. Okay, there we go. On that narrow aisleway, there were these 3 on each side guards on the outside, and then some guards inside. Now, since the explosion, 2 of these guards have begun to run up these stairs to the top deck because they've heard a ruckus up there. These 4 guards have stayed and are scanning the water. And I'm going to say, because it's dark and because your magic missiles glowed, I'm going to roll to see if this guy notices. This guy would not. He's too far away. But I'm going to see if one of those guards actually sees those missiles fly through the air. And with a 16, that's 50-50. Even he sees him, Audie doesn't. Audie doesn't see him. Okay, so he doesn't notice the magic missiles fly in the dark.
That was lucky.
Yeah, it was lucky. It was 50-50 after the 16. So that means that it now has become the end of your turn, and it is the next thing's turn. And the next thing is one of the undead. And it is the undead that's at the top of the stairs that has been firing at the basket. He can't do anything but fire at the basket, and he is firing at the basket blind with disadvantage. He rolls a 14, and he rolls a 14. I'm going to say that he hits, that it's a 1d4. Even it is Lavinia, odd it is Josephine. It is even this time, so this time the bullet is going to graze Lavinia. And Lavinia takes 3 points of damage as one bullet flies through the wicker basket and happens to nick her in the leg.
Mofo.
That's the end of his turn, and the next turn is going to be the undead lieutenant that is directly below you, the one that is firing up in the basket. The other one is dead, but there is one undead lieutenant still alive. He's going to try and hit
I
you
know. Oh, I
with
know.
disadvantage. And he rolls a 3, so he misses you like hell. You're going to try a second time with triple disadvantage. He rolls a 5, misses you again. So the shots come through the basket, but they go wide. Pew, pew, and miss you. That means that it now becomes Mr. Boom, boom. Who is it? Oh, it's the one that's at the other harpoon. He's also going to try and hit you. And he misses with a 4. And it becomes Percy Redfeather's turn. Now, a turn has passed, like a whole round has passed. So the ship has begun to list a little bit more, and now the angle on the ship as far as the deck goes at the back is starting to sink quite a bit. So it's like this. It's at, I'm going to say 25 degrees or whatever that's going to be from level. Something like that. Okay.
Are we looking at like a Titanic situation where it goes
You don't know if it's going to break in half, but at the very least, though, the stern of that ship, the bottom, is going down fast. It is
regardless
clearly
the
taking water
ship is
on.
going down? Okay.
And the occupants of the ship are going to begin to have to think about what they're going to do, whether they're going to stay or not. So it becomes Percy Redfeather's turn. Percy is in the water, and he would be bent on swimming for shore because I know Percy.
Yeah.
But at this point, he remembers that he can breathe underwater, so he dives. He dives down probably about 15 feet, and then he swims forward. So I'm going to say that he makes it 35 feet away. The same direction, and he's following the trail left by the wake, left by Raven and
Yeah,
by the
and
crocodile.
he'd be curious to see, like, he's not treasure hungry, but he'd be curious to see what weapons and treasures sunk if left unattended, and he could breathe underwater.
Yeah,
He would be.
He would be. I don't think he's going to go back now, though. He's going to wait till you're all together and then go back.
He would.
So I'm going to say that's what Percy does. It becomes Lavinia's turn. It'll be Thaddeus next, then an undead soldier, then Josephine. So go ahead, Lavinia.
This twit is about to have 2 magic missiles sent to him with love.
You can fire 3 if you don't move.
I have other plans.
Oh, you have other plans.
Love
Excuse
my
me.
mamacita.
So, which twit are we actually talking about?
The one that had
The
the
one that shot her.
audacity to graze me and cause me pain.
Well, which one was it? God, I don't remember.
This guy.
Wasn't
it the one at
Wasn't it that
The
one?
guy at the top of the stairs?
It
I
was
thought it was one of the.
one
I
of
thought it was
the-
a harpooner.
The last harpoonist who shot would be the one.
Well, okay, then that's that guy up there then. Fine. Okay.
Which guy? This guy?
This one, I think.
No, that's
No?
not a harpoon. The other one is the closest to you, Josephine.
Oh, okay.
This guy?
Yeah.
Isn't this guy prone already right now?
I thought he was-
No, where are the 2 in the middle? Those 2 in the middle? Grab a couple of the extra minis from the bottom deck and lay one of them, put one upright and lay one down. He's down.
Okay, isn't one prone?
Yes, the one that's prone is dead.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one that you're going after is the one closest to Josephine there.
Okay, so who hit me then?
Him.
This guy.
That guy.
All right. Well, the guy who hit me is who I'm after.
And
And that's what I was going to do with my extra one. But
so your magic missiles are right here to this guy.
yeah, this is the guy that has the flame.
That's the one.
Yes, he's the one with the flaming arrow in his chest.
Yeah,
No.
So you're gonna, what are you casting at him?
just one.
1 magic missile?
Yeah.
All right, roll for damage.
What number am I rolling for damage?
A 1d4.
Sorry, we have an extra thing here. Well, 4.
4, and I'm going to allow 1 extra point on it. So it's a 1d4 plus 1. So that's 5 points
to
of
this guy.
damage. Open up, Mr. Boy. And he, from your missile, is laying prone on the deck. It knocks him over. And he looks like he's in very bad shape.
All right.
You have 2 more actions you can do.
Yes, I do. I'd like to send a magic missile delivery to this guy. No. Yes,
The middle guy.
the middle guy.
Okay.
So are you using up spell slots?
No.
No, these are her cantrips.
Oh,
Magic
No, I don't think
missile?
magic missile is a
Magic
cantrip.
mix is a spell.
Okay, then I shouldn't have been doing it the way that I was doing it.
Okay, so do you want to redo?
Yeah, we're gonna just redo some stuff.
Are you going to use more of your turns for the magic missile then, or are you going to save them for an action? Anyway, either way you count it, you do owe me a level 1 spell slot.
I can do that.
And you can
We got
cast
a gajillion level ones.
you
though,
can
so I
cast
think
your level 1 magic missile 3 times with 1 token. So
I think that's what she meant.
Do you want to add more then and
Because she
less
only
actions?
sent one to this guy, and then
So what do you think? You can hit him with a second one and lose another action. You can hit him with a third one and use up all your actions. Up to you.
Sure. Let's just go all 3 with the one guy then.
Okay, as the second missile hits him, it kills him and he's dead.
Okay.
oh, cool.
So, then with
And that is the end of your action.
Yay!
okay, good.
You killed it once.
Because when your first magic missile hit him, he only had 1 point left. So he was down and out anyways. And he is dead ski. And that is the end of your turn. It becomes Thaddeus's turn. Then there is going to be Josephine right afterwards because you killed the lieutenant that was between you. What do you think, Thaddeus, Mr. Poindexter?
Continuing northward, but curving towards the shore.
Okay. Are you going to curve to your right or to your left?
To the right.
Okay, so as you go northward and curve to the right, you've been picking up speed swimming.
Because that would be the same shore that the
Okay.
other two would have gone to.
So you are ahead another 50 feet and to the right, another 10 feet or something like
Thank
that.
you.
Okay, all right. And then it becomes Josephine Smith's turn.
Just as a reminder, did all 5 of us take the bubbles
Yes,
just in case?
I'm going to say you all took the bubbles.
Except me, because I don't need it.
Yes. Okay. So all 4 of us who did not need the bubbles. Okie dokie. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 standing on this deck where we stand.
By the way, I'm going to say that we have got about 16 minutes left in the game.
Okay.
So what was your question?
I want to, Lavinia, hold my hand, tug on the rope, tell them to bring us up another 15, 20 feet. I'm sure we can signal to them who are above and just start tossing Molotov cocktails off. and
Okay, I'm going to
firebombs.
say it's 1 action to pull the rope.
Okay.
And it's 1 action to pull and to throw. You've got a combination of a couple of things.
Well, I personally have, I think, 3 Molotov cocktails, and then Lavinia on her next turn has 4 firebombs she could do.
Where are these firebombs that you're talking
You
about?
got them from Raven. He gave them to
those,
you.
Those are the ones that we're talking about.
Yes.
Alchemist fire.
Alchemist. That's what I was looking
I'm thinking like everyone is in the water. We've seen it all in the water. Like, let's just get the heck out of here. We can see the boat going.
Yeah.
Like, let's tug
And just
go up.
quickly again. Can they stick the harpoon so that it's going up?
They're not going to be able to target you with that harpoon because you're too high.
Okay, let's do that.
And you're still over the boat.
Okay.
If you were out in the water and they could get an angle on you, then they could take a shot at you with a harpoon. But you are remaining over the boat and they can't angle those harpoons to hit you there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, like, whatever messaging that we did to them to tug us up would be the 1 action. And
Okay.
then as they're doing that, I am pewing with the Molotov cocktail.
Okay, I'm going to say that you throw 2 Molotov cocktails and the boat is going to begin to be raised at the beginning of the next round. During this 6 seconds, it'll take 6 seconds for them to respond and start to pull the boat up. Now, when I'm doing... There we go. So fire begins to appear on the deck of the ship where the Molotov cocktails hit. as you throw them over the edge of your basket. So there are 2 fires now burning. There are 2 dead soldiers on the ship. This guy here is dead, and this guy here is dead. So you know which ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'll take the mouse over. The 2 that are laying prone. Yeah, good. Perfect. If we go to table room map, everybody at home can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The ones that are dead. And
We're just leaving a disaster in our wake, is all.
okay, and that is the end of your turn, Josephine Smith.
You can do whatever you want for yours, but that's what I wanted to do for mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it becomes Raven's turn.
And how far away am I from the about 100 feet?
You are 100 feet away now because the crocodile has had 2 turns and he's made it that 100 feet.
And I can still see there's one person that's standing, an undead person.
You can see 3 undead people on the boat. I'm going to do it on the overhead screen here, and I'm going to show you which ones it is. It is this one here.
Okay.
You can see him on the top deck. Okay. He has got his back to you as he is aiming up into the basket. You can see this guy right here, but he is beginning to climb these stairs. So I'm going to actually move him down to where he would be. He's beginning to climb these stairs. He is not aware of your presence, and he is focused on climbing these stairs to the upper deck. The other one you can see is this guy right here, and he is scanning the water, but he did not see you in the last turn.
I'll use my second charge of magic missile wand to attack the harpoonist that I can see, and he's within 120 feet of me.
Which one are you talking about that's the harpoonist? This guy who was a harpoonist is dead. This is just a guard at the top of the stairs, guard on the lower deck at the bottom of the stairs, and a guard over here.
Okay, then I'll go for one of the guards that's on the top deck that's shooting at the basket.
Okay, that would be this one here. So that's
So
who
he's
you're
back
going
to
for.
me.
Yeah, he's got his back to you. And you're doing magic missiles?
Yep. For a total of, I've rolled a total of 8.
For the magic missiles?
Yeah.
And you get a bonus of 3 on that on top. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
One
so,
per magic missile.
So a bonus of 3
So 11 in total.
on that guy. I'm going to say how much total?
11.
And he has not been damaged yet. You take the first damage on him. Nobody else has shot at him.
Yay.
You hit him for 11. And okay.
And then my crocodile will continue to swim me another 50 feet towards shore.
Okay. 150 feet. And I'm going to say that you've got another 100 feet left and you'll be there.
Damn. this
So
is
it's
far
250 feet. Yeah, because it's got to be.
You've got a lot of feet.
You know, the Mississippi is so wide that I'm going to say for sure that it's 500 feet across, right?
Okay.
And that would mean if you were in the middle, it's 250 either direction.
Okay. Well, I just keep getting pulled by my crocodile. And
Okay.
how many rounds ago? About 3, right?
This is, yeah, I'd say this is the 3rd round for you guys.
Okay.
Because it would have been like the 2nd round that you were able to cast for the crocodile.
Sure.
Okay, that means that it now becomes one of the undead soldiers' turn. It's the enemy's turn to do stuff, and the enemy that gets to turn is the one you just hit. He has now been shot in the back, and is he going to respond to that? I am going to say probably yes. That's
Hold
a
it
no.
up high, Dave.
Oh, here we go. Ta-da! And he rolled a 7, so I'm going to say that's a no. He wasn't smart enough to respond. He gets hit in the back, but he doesn't turn around to look out into the water. He still shoots up into the basket that is going to begin to be raised. When he fires up into the basket, he rolls a 17 for the first attempt. He rolls a 6 for the second one, so with disadvantage, he misses.
He probably thinks it's the
tries
guy who's
again.
coming up the stairs at him.
He rolls a 1 for the second and misses again. His turn is over, and he has missed anybody in the basket. It becomes
He thinks everything, like, they think that everything is, like, in the basket. So we're, like, the decoy at this point.
you're the
Yeah.
target. You're the most visible.
Yeah.
The one below you with his revolver, the lieutenant, who has a little bit better to hit, aims with disadvantage and rolls a 3 and misses you with his first try. Here we go. He's going to try the next time. He rolls an 8, misses you with the second try. I don't have to roll the extra rolls because we didn't get any high ones.
Thank you.
You miss him, he misses you again. Well, your basket is also swaying around like this, right?
And we're like,
If they hit you, it's lucky.
It's like 50 feet in the air in the dark.
Yeah, so the chances, that's why it's disadvantage or triple disadvantage, right? Okay, and that means that it becomes Percy's turn. Percy has now lost sight of Raven because he is under the water. Oh, wait, no, there's one undead soldier here. There's an undead soldier. He's going to shoot at the basket. Let's see if he hits the basket. He rolls a 9 and misses. He tries again for triple disadvantage. And that's a 19. That's a 14. He can hit with those two. And that's a 20. He hits the basket. But it's a 1d4. And where did my caltrop go? Oh, here it is. Boop. And 1 damage. Even is Lavinia. Odd is Josephine. Hits Josephine for 1 point of damage. Josephine gets nicked again by a graze. Okay, that is the end of that. Make sure you take your point off. And it becomes Percy Redfeather's turn. Percy decides that he is going to swim a little bit further down and see if he can walk across the mud of the bottom of the river.
Oh,
So
of course he
he
does.
spends half of his actions doing that and the other half walking across the mud of the river. So he only makes 25 feet of progress, which means that he's made a total of 75 feet of progress. I'm going to say 30, 30, and 25. So 60, 85 feet of progress. He's got 85 feet of progress on a 250 foot
He's
journey.
got a ways to go.
Yep.
So have I.
And that makes it Lavinia Rose's turn, then Thaddeus, then Josephine, then Raven. What do you think, Lavinia Rose? What do you want to do?
I want to. How far are we up? How far are we away from this jerk on the side?
So the baskets begin to rise, and it goes up in these like 5 foot burp, burp, burp. So right now you are now 40 feet above the boat.
Okay. I'd like to do Vitality Lash to the jerk who just grazed you.
So you're going to lean over and you're going to point straight down to do a vitality lash at that guy.
Go.
All right, roll to hit him. Do you have to roll to hit with vitality lash?
Well, let's just
Let's
confirm.
have a look and see. We're going to find your spells here. Where is it? Vitality lash. I saw it before.
Cantrip.
Is it a cantrip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Avoid healing, basic fortitude. Oh, it's defense. You demolish their corrupted essence with energy. You can deal 2d. It's 4d6 vitality, more than the 2 regular d6. Basic fortitude. He's got to see if he can avoid the hit with a fortitude save. So he's going to try and withstand your lash. And with a 1, you do critical damage to him.
Crit.
So I'm going to say that you hit him for 8d6.
86, is that what you just said?
Yes, ma'am.
Here's my D6.
Okay, let's just do it again and again.
Well, and your D6 is right there. So we'll just do, we'll just do 3 times that. Okay, so 7. And 3. And, oh gosh, what is
12.
that? And 12. 7, 3, and 12. So 12 and 12, 24.
7 and 3 is 10. And
Oh,
12 is 22.
Close.
And he has got 22 hit points left, and you kill him. There you go.
That's what happens when someone tries to harpoon Mama
Yep.
Cita's
One of
daughter.
our-
That was a surprise.
one
He
of
had
our
22
tribe.
points exactly. Okay, so
I took care of that.
you lash the life out of that mean undead, and he is no more. He is destroyed.
Which
Good
one was
job. And that means it becomes Thaddeus Poindexter's turn. It's the other one in the middle. Yeah, that one. You can just go
Thank
ahead
you.
and turn that one over. So he's laying down too, like the other one. And it becomes your turn, Mr. Thaddeus. What would you like to do, sir?
I continue swimming and a little bit more to the right.
I'm going to say that for sure you can make 60 feet. You're up to speed now and you're going fast. So 60 feet, which means that you've made, I'm going to say 120 feet of your 250 trip.
Well, I was going straight.
I know, but you're like a fish in the water because you're married to a mermaid and you've got the heritage. So once you get up to speed, you can go really fast, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I would give you I would always give you extra distance coverage because of that.
It's like the man
He's
from
like a little,
Atlantis.
That's
a
right,
dolphin.
man.
Zippity-doo-dah,
Look at you.
wee, zippity-doo-dah.
What's the guy from what's the man from Atlantis? What's his name? You know it, Amanda. He's your favorite, Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa? Aquaman?
Look, Ian's just like Jason Momoa. He looks just like him,
Totally.
except that he shaves his beard and mustache and stuff.
And he has no tattoos or bulky.
Well, that we
We
know
don't
of.
know these things.
Okay,
Yeah, you do.
Spitting image, really.
Josephine Smith, it is your turn, ma'am.
You know what
You're
happened?
45
was
feet above.
Everything just quit on me, so I'm just going to role play at this point.
Yep, that's fine.
So I am 45 feet above.
Yep.
I have
There are two guys still alive on deck that you can see. So the ones that you can see are this one here. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah,
this
and-
one here.
and
this one here.
What distance are they from me?
I'm going to say because you're almost straight down, it's just 45 feet. I'm not going to worry about the extra angle on this shit because math sucks.
I've got all these extra arrows, so with this guy who's further away,
They are even distance from you.
Oh well,
Which one do you want?
I'm gonna shoot them both. It doesn't matter.
Which one first?
The one who is who is further. He's further, is he not?
Fine. Okay, we'll say that one's further by the harpoon.
Yeah, he's further.
Okay.
Yeah, by the flaming harpoon.
By the flaming
Or
by
the flaming crossbow.
Okay, so roll to hit him.
Okay. You guys are gonna have to help me with the damage and whatnot though, because it's not loading for me. I rolled a 16.
Hits
Yes.
and roll your damage, which we said was going to be a 1d10 plus a d6. Because fire is the d6 and the 10 is your crossbow damage at your level.
So 13.
13. Your arrow hits him, goes right through him, and pins him to the deck.
Yes.
And he is dead ski.
Oh,
And
extra
burning.
flame.
Huh?
And burning.
And burning.
Especially if he's next to a railing, that could catch.
And
Okie
the
dokie,
boat is
and
beginning
then-
to catch on the deck, the upper deck.
Mm-hmm. And then we turn the other way. And like, don't want to waste this flame and these soaked arrows.
Of course,
So
of course.
once again,
Okay, you're going to hit this one.
I rolled a 4.
You miss him.
Oh.
Okay, so your arrow with the flame goes into the deck beside him and starts a fire there.
Darn.
So I'm going to say Control C, Control V. I'm going to make a new fire and pull it over right beside him like this. There. So there's a fire beginning beside him on the deck. Now there are 3 fires on this deck. Now this boat is not made of light beam. It is made of oak because it is a regular riverboat, not a flying boat. But you know, the Molotov cocktails have got, you know, very flammable sticky liquid in them, and the fire arrow has tar in it, and that tar hits the deck and sticks and starts to burn. So that's what we're going to say is there are 3 fires on the deck now, and it is the end of your turn because you shot your shot, and it becomes Raven Alexium's turn.
Okay, can I see any undead from where I'm at?
Yes, you can still see silhouetted with a fire beside him, the one on the top deck at the top of the stairs. You can see the one on the bottom of the deck and the two that are on the lower deck still. However, the distance you are from them is
150 feet.
150 feet away.
Okay, I'm going to use my Battle Mage level 3 spell slot.
Okay. Oh,
Because I've
here we
already
go.
cast it before, and I'm going to cast
Oh,
Fireball.
look, you wrote on it. Good stuff. Battle Mage. BM.
And Fireball has a
You think
range.
BM was really the best initials to put on this part of it?
Sure.
your
why
battle
not? Well, I
movement,
might use it for other reasons.
okay.
BM
all right.
number 3.
All right.
I might need that for later.
Like wizards have a third BM apparently. Okay, go ahead. What's the plan for damage and other stuff? Which target?
I'm going to target, well, it's a 20-foot burst. So I'm going to attempt to hit a fireball where I can get 2 targets.
At the top of the stairs and the bottom of the stairs, I'm going to say that there's 10 feet between them. You can catch them both in that burst, the one in the top and the one in the
Would
bottom.
he end up catching us as well?
No,
No, you're like way up in the air.
you're 45 feet away.
All right.
So fireball's
There's about
500 feet,
halfway up the stairs.
and
Yeah.
it's a basic reflex
Thanks.
for them to be missed.
Flex,
And we were just reminded that there's a guy halfway up the stairs as well.
Here we go. Well, that's the guy that we're talking about there, that and the other one. Okay, so as you fire that fireball, they've got to do a reflex save.
They got to beat a 22.
And with an 11, he does not. And with a 1, he loses critically. So the one that's coming up the stairs rolls a 1. He's going to take critical damage. The other one is going to take regular damage.
It's not going to go well for him.
And
Found my belt. Sorry.
I knew it was there somewhere.
Excellent. Good to know where it is.
Yes.
You give it to me and I'll figure it out.
Amanda was looking for her belt
22
earlier,
damage
for those that are
on
wondering.
the one and 44 on the other.
Oh my God, 44 damage. So there are 2 piles of cinder where there used to be a couple of guys, a couple of undead soldiers,
Yay, good job.
because they are just obliterated. Oh, I gotta go this way.
And I continue to swim with my crocodile.
One of them had 17 life, who is now 0. And the other one had 28 life, full life, and he is now 0 because the 44 is what hit him.
We don't want these guys coming
I
back to
think
us.
we
Right?
know now 28
The
is
undead
kind of the
came back
max of
the very
these,
next day.
these guys. Just saying.
Okay,
Except we're not
and
metagaming.
that's-
We'll continue to
If we
swim
were-
with the crocodile another 50 feet.
okay. So you go 50 feet, which means that you're now at 200, and you have got 50 left to shore.
Good. I'm tired of
One
being in
turn,
this
and you'll
water.
be at shore. It becomes Percy Redfeather's turn. He is on the bottom, and he is going to start moving, and now he can walk. So he walks. He uses all of his actions to walk 50 feet under the water, and is, only about 2 turns behind you as far as getting to shore.
He's gonna be so pissed he missed out on some
Yes.
tiger action. It is what it is.
Now, right now it's 9:24, so we're going to be wrapping it up in about 5 minutes. So it is now
Who's
Lavinia's turn.
Yeah, who's left that hasn't been?
There is one guy alive on the upper deck, and then the rest are on the lower deck.
No, the guy that's still standing on the upper deck is an illusion.
There's no one left.
Oh yeah,
standing
you killed
on
them
the
all.
upper
That's right.
Yeah,
So all the upper deck guys are dead.
yeah.
Plus, we are up, we got
Dead
pulled up, and
There are fires on the upper deck, and now that
and we got pulled up. Like we're kind of floating away at this point.
as the turns have gone by now, the back end of the ship, the very back end of the ship, the very edge of it is now level with the water, and the water is going to start to creep up the back of the top deck as the ship slowly slides down into the water. It is no longer moving forward. It's actually going to start to reverse direction, and it's going to slide backwards in under the water slowly over the next 5 to 8 turns.
Are any of these guys that were down below doing anything, coming up, do we have
Well, the
anybody?
stairs is now blocked by flame.
It
and-
looks
and
like
dead
they are
guys.
preparing to abandon ship. And you're also seeing others that were inside the treasure room that have now come outdoors on the lower deck and are looking like they're going to scale the railing and jump off.
Are any of those guys in the range of Percy? Like Percy's way.
No, they can't. Percy's like 75 feet away.
And he's underwater.
And he's underwater.
I'm beside you in the basket, so I just want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Because we both took a bubble, right? Like we all took a bubble. Do we want to? These guys, like our colleagues have all shot off. These guys are all gonna be drowning right away. We are in safety. We're floating up
They
above.
can't-
They can't drown.
They can't.
I know they can't drown, but they're gonna be like, what the heck, hola?
Yeah.
Do we want to safely hover until the ship sinks and jump in and see what we can find?
No.
Okay.
Hey, I'd like to straighten out Amanda's camera a little bit. It's skewed off a little bit, so let's just pull it over a little more, a little more, a little more, one more time. Good enough. That's perfect. Thank you. Okay. All right, Lavinia, what do you want to do then?
I want to head back up to the ship. I just wanted to be in a higher range to see if we saw anybody that we could shoot at or we still have those.
So many arrows and Molotov cocktails, and you have your fire bombs. Like
We
we're
still
like,
can
yeah.
aim and fire at
We
things.
You can
can.
still throw things to burn the ship and cause damage.
Yeah, which I think we should, but I think we should just make sure that we are at a really good safe range of not being able to be shot at.
In the time that's passing, you're 45 feet up, and you're now going to be 55 feet up right at the end of your turn.
Yeah, so we should be good to be able to just.
There's nothing happening.
So do you want to throw any fire bombs overboard, or what you going to do?
Yeah, I'd like to throw one of the bombs that you gave me.
Okay, as you throw a firebomb overboard, Control C, Control V.
Depending
Another
on
one
how
appears.
high you are up to, you can just like launch to the right and launch to the left and like get both ends of the boat.
So that's one
Really?
action for one firebomb. Do you want to throw a second one?
Yeah.
All right. A second one lands over on the corner.
No, if we're higher up, wouldn't she just be like pew and pew over like either direction?
Well, that's why all the flames are just kind of appearing on the deck in random spots.
Okay.
You have a third action, and you have 2 more firebombs left.
I will throw a third.
Okay. There you go. There are now 6 firebombs on the deck. So the fire is just absolutely raging on the top deck of this ship now. It'll be put out as the boat goes underwater, but all of this was on the center and forward part of the boat, not the back, as far as the firebombs you threw.
That's why
So
I'm wondering
you're
if
in
we
good
wanted
shape.
to go into a different part of the boat, but it's fine.
Okay, it becomes Thaddeus's turn.
Underwater.
Oh, right.
More now going perpendicular with the shore, moving towards the shore.
Okay, and you make another 60 feet doing that. I'm going to say in one turn you'll be at shore. Okay. And then I'm all going to say that Josephine Smith and Raven are the last 2 turns in the combat encounter. So Josephine Smith, what are you going to do? You're 55 feet up.
I know.
What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? Or what am I going to do? What I want to do is swan dive into the water and like climb up and just start stabbing demons, but that is not what I'm built to do. So, what I'm going to do is something different. Molotov cocktail.
Okay, Molotov cocktail.
But in like a classy Josephine Smith style, we are going to take a match, light it with our teeth, light the bomb, and carelessly over our shoulder go, adios, amigo.
Ooh, it's a Hollywood moment. Okay, as you do that, another big fire appears right on top of the wheelhouse. It moved a little the wrong place. There we go. Right on top of the wheelhouse at the front of the ship.
I love how that took all my actions because it was very dramatic.
And then it becomes Raven's turn. Raven, you are the last one. Are you heading for shore?
Yeah. Are there any more creatures that I can see?
Nope. In the dark, at the distance you are 200 yards, you can't see shit now.
Okay, I just continue to let my crocodile take me to shore.
Okay, you make it to shore. I'm going to declare everybody out of combat.
Yay! Woo!
And the ship is going to slide under the waves fairly quickly in the next 6 to 7 minutes, because the entire bottom back of the ship was completely blown out. So it takes on water incredibly fast.
Yeah.
And that's it, folks. That's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm stuck.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you, Dave.
Now-
We missed Rob tonight. We
Yeah,
missed,
it's
we
too
missed
bad.
his theatrics.
He said he fell asleep.
Oh, darn.
Oh, there we go. Now we know. Okay, so Rob fell asleep. Hopefully he'll be here. Now, question about when is the next time to be here. So I've got a calendar up here, and I want to know. We got that there. Okay, so today is the 19th. Are we going to play the 26th or the 2nd? Which works for everybody?
Both of them work for me.
Everything works for me.
Okay, we're going to be back next week, 26th. We will be here
How did I
1
do
week
this?
from now. And we will see everybody then. Thanks, folks, for coming to see us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
we'll
Thank
see you
you.
in a week.
Thanks, Sugar
time.
Sugar, for visiting us
Thank you,
tonight.
Sugar
We
Sugar.
love you. Oh.
Bye for now.